Leo, this is a powerful reading. It's not for everybody. But if you've been carrying a big burden of questions, doubts, fears in your heart, in your soul, and in your spirit, this reading's for you. Thank you. Hello, beautiful Leo. Thank you so much for being here today. My name's Marie Rose, and today we're here to bring you a message that you probably need right now, or something that you're looking for. Let's see what we have for Leo, please. Thank you. With the card Oracle of Gaia, Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, reflection. There's something here, Leo, and I need to cover this, sorry. There's a decision here that you need to make about something that you're feeling. For some of you here, you've got repressed emotions that you've been holding on to, and you reflect a lot about what's happened, what you could have done different, how people impacted your life and you, why you feel the way you do today. All of that is going to bring you healing. There's someone here that needs to really allow themselves to get in touch with their feelings, their thoughts, and their ideas, and their mind and soul. There are certain things that you have hidden or swept under the carpet because you don't want to look at that. It may have happened many years ago. It may have happened a few years ago. It may have happened recently. But there's certain things here that you still hold as pain, sorrow, and disappointment in your heart and in your soul. And until you look at all of that and how it made you feel, why you're feeling the way you are, that's never going to bring the healing that you need if you don't. What are we talking about here for Leo? Leo's had some real in-depth readings lately. And it's like you need to be a little bit vulnerable here in opening up to understanding what's happened, why it happened. And this is not about going to the past and dwelling on it. It's about clearing the energy that you still hold within you. Why does that still sadden you? Why does that person or that situation still bother you? Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, Eight of Cups. Look at this. Three of Cups. The Devil. I get it. The Eight of Pentacles. Underneath we've got the Two of Wands, we've got the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. You are very much in your mind at the moment, Leo. The King of Swords is an air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But you are in that position right now where you are thinking a lot, doing research, reading, wondering, questioning everything about a certain situation. For some of you here, you had to stand up for yourself. You had to put someone in their place, or you made a big decision here of which way you're going to go or which way you went. Either way, someone's leaving or you've just left. So this is something here that you had to stand up for yourself in something that you found out, that you heard, or that was brought to your attention. And then it put you in a situation where you had to make a decision. Either you stay or you go. That's why you're so in your mind. For somebody here, you were living a life of, you had a dream. As a teenager growing up, you had a dream and a perception of what love was, of what connection was, of what soulmate was. But here I feel that, I'm going to go to these cards first, that you ended up living or envisioning this life of a beautiful family sitting around the table, speaking love, speaking honesty, speaking truth, being in your element of being the person who was so in love, so in control, so out there and happy to have this beautiful family you've always envisioned. Or you had this. For most of you, you had this. For some of you, you dreamt of this. However, you soon found out that what you dreamt or what you had was not what you thought. Through some investigation, through some message, through some news, or something happened here that made you realise that that happily ever after was no more. This could be a separation, it could be a divorce, it could be a breakup. But what you had or what you dreamt of didn't work out anywhere near that. It's like you had it and now you don't. You dreamt it, but it didn't work out the way you thought it would. Whatever happened here happened in the total opposite of what you imagined or what you wanted or what you had. Here we've got the Three of Cups, the Devil, and the Eight of Pentacles. You worked so hard at making something work. You worked so hard at being the person you had to be. Be there for children, be there for husband, be there for parents, be there for your work. It's like you juggled everything in your life, only to find out that there was more than one person in your relationship. There was an extra person in your relationship, I should say. There was an extra person in that relationship. And the person who you admired, who you loved, who you thought was going to be your forever, has decided that they don't want the commitment anymore. They don't want to be with just one person anymore. You have found out that this person's ideals, morals have been compromised. And now you're faced with this news, this realization that your dream, that your circumstances have changed. And this is not easy to swallow, Leo. This is far from easy to swallow. This is something you may have already gone through. But now it's like I need to go through this motion of understanding that what happened was nothing you could control. Nothing that you did caused this. Because had this person been true, been honest, been real, this wouldn't have happened this way. It may have happened still, but in a different, more ethical way. So I feel here that someone here needs to forgive themselves, because at the moment I feel that there's someone here blaming themselves for what happened, looking at what happened, but trying to ignore it and investing a ton of time in your work, because that is going to take away the thought. It's like you need to face what you went through. You need to let yourself go through the emotions. Because if you don't, you're going to carry this burden inside you forever. And you don't deserve that. You don't deserve what was done or what happened. And now you certainly don't deserve to carry this with you for the rest of your life. So the sooner you look at it, understand it, and move on from it, that's going to bring healing. Is that going to happen overnight? No. but it's been swept under the carpet for a long time, or it's been swept under the carpet and you haven't wanted to look at it. So someone here is being told to go back and allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to question, allow yourself to go through the whole motion to clear that burden that's sitting in your chest, in your soul and in your spirit. Because in your mind, you still have a lot of questions. You still question that every day. Tell me if this is you, Leo. If I've got to the right person, it's not going to resonate with everybody. But there has been a disappointment here. Karmic card for... Look at this card. Do you know why I love what I do? Break free from emotional dependence. True independence comes from within. Free yourself from emotional reliance on others. Don't let other people, don't carry other people's decisions, the hurt and the pain that it caused you. Don't hold it inside. Now is about freeing yourself from the baggage that you've been carrying, whether that be through guilt, fear, questions, doubts, whatever. Now's the time, Leo. You owe it to yourself to be free from this burden. I hope this makes sense to somebody here. Lots of love. Thank you. Bye-bye.